Alright, let's get into this. It's been a while since I've done this, so I'm going to show you guys my YUBEL list. It's different, so build it how you want. This is no fiendsmith, pure YUBEL. We've got triple DD Crow. I think these go hard. 10 pie, certain matchups you banish some important graveyard piece. There's a lot of important graveyard pieces right now, you guys know that. One of this guy, just because you need him for Yama. Nice little search. We're gonna go 2 Ultimate Nightmares. I really like this card. A lot of people don't run it. It has the ability to do extra damage when you attack, and also if they attack into it, they're going to take the double damage. You know, when pain is up. And they take double damage when you crash yourself when pain is up. So that's really cool. We're going with the triple Terra Incarnate. I can already see it now. People being like, you fucking suck. This card comes up a lot. And it's so good because when you are tributing it with YUBEL, if you have like base YUBEL and Terra Incarnate on board at the same time, you can end phase YUBEL, tribute this, and you'll bring out your third form. The best thing about this guy is the fact that when he gets removed from the board, form 3 comes out. So like, unlike the rest of the forms where like you have to destroy it or something like that, as long as this doesn't get banished face down or sent to the deck, then you get to upgrade. So this is really good at creating extra bodies on board. And of course you have your end phase board wipe. That comes in handy. Of course, triple spirit. This saves you a lot. If Tenpai players are not running Samurai Destroyer or that Time Lord, essentially this card's going to save you. And since we're able to constantly move up through the forms all the way into the third form, it's hard for them to get through all your monsters, man. I also like running all 3 forms for a different reason. Triple Grave Squirmer. I know a lot of people run like maybe 1, 2, the fiendsmith builds, but I like 3. It's a good utility card to let you pop, and get to the third form faster. Also, it's another body to get counters on your mature Chronicle, so it goes hard. And of course, the banish effect to summon back a YUBEL monster. It's really good. The MVP, which is Samsara D Lotus, we know the deal with that. With this build, I like to put this on the field as well as Phantom, and it normally, you know, is that second line of defense when it comes to kind of like protecting your board. So field searchers, we're going to do terraforming in a set rotation, mainly because you just want to see Nightmare Pain. God damn it. I run double mature Chronicle. People always pop this shit. I remember in the beginning people were saying this is a win more card, and it kind of is, but the thing is, it's a very good utility card. Goddamn fucking Discord. It's a good utility card because like you get to with 1 counter you can summon YUBEL back from the grave. You know, 2 counters, you know the deal. For me, it's summoning YUBEL back from the grave, popping cards, and searching Super Poly. Those are the main reasons why I use it. I'm just gonna let Discord make noise. Sorry guys. Triple Super Poly. You know the deal. You gotta break boards. Some people say it's not good this format. I think it's really good. It's just another card that can like make your opponent start over. You can only start over but so many times, right? And 1 YUBEL monster, including Terra Incarnate, right? If you Super Poly Terra Incarnate, guess what you get to do? You get to go into the third form after, because you removed it from the field with a card effect. Triple, Allure of Darkness. This is self-explanatory. You can get back banished cards with Mature Chronicle if you want. I don't really do that. Normally the cards I banish stay banished, but I do revive you banish YUBELs back a lot with Eternal Favorite. Then probably the best card ever in this deck, we've got our Nightmare Throne. This card is fucking ridiculous, man. It's crazy. I don't need to explain that. I don't need to explain anything here. You know why I run 3 of those, right? Yeah, you do. Then you have Nightmare Pain. This is another card. This is mandatory. There is a way to kill your opponent so easily with this. People are like talking about, oh, YUBEL, you know, OTK, FTK, blah, 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 whatever. You don't need an FTK. It's all good. Just, you know, do your combo, blah, 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 attack into their monsters, and they're going to lose anyway. It's fine. Anybody could have got as far as that one guy. Just little extra gimmicks, just, you know, take up space. It is what it is. Double, Eternal Favorite. I don't even know if people run this, but I like to run it. This is like, this will save you as well. This keeps you in the game. You keep putting YUBELs back on board if you're in trouble. Or one thing I used to always mess up with this card is like, I'm thinking that you can surprise them, flip it on you, and then you get the super poly. No, you have to flip this card up first, control a YUBEL, base YUBEL, actual YUBEL, and then discard this and discard a card and send this to the graveyard, and then you get to super poly their board. I love this card for that reason, and that's why I run 2, because if I don't see super poly, if I don't get the 5 counters to search out super poly or hard draw it, then I want to use this, which I'm going to go for every time I you know, combo, just to have this set as a backup plan to either revive a YUBEL or to super poly their board. And sometimes that wins the game alone, depending on the deck you're playing. 2 Spirit Gates. I didn't run this card for the longest, but to be honest, it is ridiculous in terms of extension. Right now, I'm actually not running the Dark Beckoning Beast, only because I didn't... I have it in a Sacred Beast deck, but I have it sleeved up, and I don't want to take them out because I really like that deck. I like to keep decks together when I make them. So I have to actually order 2 copies of Dark Beckoning Beast to go with these. And as of right now, I don't care. You know, I don't really miss it. I tested online a lot with the Dark Beckoning Beast, but just hard opening these, sometimes it's fine. As long as I don't open both of them, I can pitch one with Eternal Favorite. It is what it is, and then I get it back with the other one. And then the last 3 cards right now, just 1 for 1 for Lotus or Squirmer, depending. Same thing. I normally just send like Squirmer, random shit, or maybe I might need a YUBEL piece in the grave. And then for the set rotation, Midbreaker Field. That just makes it so they can't activate field spells. It just locks them out of field spells. Sometimes when it comes to Tempai, I wanted to run set rotation and like a field spell that can kind of like lock them out of potentially getting their field up. There are some other good field spells that you can run, like Extra Net, which is essentially like a fake Maxi, and I have a whole collection. Maybe I'll go over like field spells that I think are really cool in the future. Rest in peace, Mystic Mind. But yeah, that's basically the deck. I will now show you the extra deck, which is pretty standard for real. Got Muckracker, SP Little Knight, Yama, Rage, Nightmare Griffin. This guy is ridiculous. Like, this is terrible, the way you can get this out, the things you can do with it. Typhon, Gustav Max. He puts in a lot of work. Double Varadress, the Bringer of End Times. This guy is ridiculous, man. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna cut the other one, but I find myself going into both of them in a lot of games. Mud Dragon. Thinking of putting a Garura in here, squeezing one in. Double loving Defender forever because I was running 3 for a long time, but I found that 2 is enough. I do use this card a lot. My entire goal is essentially to get him out, start banishing your shit, make it so you can't attack, etc., etc. And he can be summoned back. So like opening of the spirit gates and Grave Squirmer can summon this shit back. That's really useful. And then of course, like the MVP is going to be the triple Phantom. This card is ridiculous. The reason why I run 3 Phantoms is because number 1, it's very easy to go into Little Knight and get that banish with Phantom. And for me, my duels normally start with just 3 cards in my hand if I go first, because one thing that you guys may see is I do run multiples of all forms, right? I know most YUBEL decks run like a skeleton package of the forms, but I like running multiples because like this card essentially says I don't brick. All I need is one card starter. Unfortunately, right? I need a 1-card starter and two bricks. If I draw any of the big forms, I can immediately, before I even start doing anything, summon this. And essentially that insulates me from any hand traps or any monster effects that you might activate to stop my initial summon of like a Samsara D Lotus or something like that. Or like say like my activation of a Nightmare Pain to pop another card in the hand. This card is ridiculous when you're running multiple YUBEL forms. Like and I don't need to recycle it. I don't need to do anything weird. I can go through all 3, no problem. But by the time I get to that 3rd one, it's normally like it's over or it's been over. That's it for the extra. Now we're gonna go to the side. I actually haven't put this side in action yet, but I will. I'm gonna go to locals this week and play. We're gonna see how it does. Maybe pulling up to the regional if they don't rip this deck apart, but side is triple nib. This is for any deck that's just gonna be summoning a whole bunch of shit. Then we got Droplet. I actually threw this in as a card to maybe stop Tenpai, but I'm not sure if it's gonna how like good it's gonna be for me. We'll see. Triple Cosmic. This is for like Snake Eyes and stuff like that. Since they like putting stuff back there. 1 Duster. Same thing. Call by and card destruction. Just random. Card destruction, I was like, YUBEL's in the grave. Yeah, it might help my opponent, but that's like basically like a free Phantom plus a new hand. So I was like, yeah, let me try it out. And then the icing on the cake card I just recently started to mess around with. And I think it's really fun. I might switch. I kind of have been alternating between the DD Crows in the main and the skill drains in the main, because like if I go first or second, all I have to do is survive. And if I survive and I get to battle phase, I attack in with Nightmare Pain up. Essentially this plus Nightmare Pain and like a Spirit of YUBEL or a Form 1 on field is GG. Because if you put up something with 2k, then you just get to continuously crash. You get to crash through all of the forms. And Nightmare Pain is just going to make it so they take damage, take damage, take damage. Literally, let's say a Spirit and a monster on their side of the field with 2000 plus skill drain is GG. Like, it's that simple. You're just going to keep attacking and keep crashing until you get to your last form. And if you have if you have something like Nightmare Throne, or if you even have like Eternal Favorite up and you get to like put 2 YUBELs of any form on field, yeah, it's over. It's over. And that's really easy for me to do in this deck. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it's fun. I love this like pure build. I'm not really into fiendsmith. It's not about the money. It's about, you know, just doing something different, playing the monsters in a deck as they kind of were intended. I've had these cards, man, forever. Shout out to Mike, who tossed me the Altis back in the day. I wish I had one more. But yeah, man, I've been collecting YUBEL forever just because I love dark fiend, weird looking shit, you know? And YUBEL's always fit that criteria. So yeah, man, if y'all like this, or if you want to talk shit, holla at me in the comments. I definitely would like to discuss things with you guys. I'm always up for that, and I always look forward to hearing from you guys on videos, even if it's hate. I designed this map, this Exodia that I drew. And the one under it, the Blue Eyes map. I'm a fiend for art. That's one thing you guys will learn about me soon. Also, I'm going to be posting some replays using this deck just so you can see how crazy it can be up against things like Snake Eyes, up against like Snake Eyes Azamina, up against Snake Eyes, Rescue Ace, all types of shit. Even having to go against a deck that puts up Necro Valley, you know, it can still get the job done. So yeah, man, thanks for watching. If you did, follow, subscribe, all that. Live stream soon, and check out my content of me playing Guilty Gear. All right, thanks, peace.